It's to open your mind. Expand your mind, everybody.
Dudes from Maine shouting out. Open-minded folk, we promise. We're back with a full album review. Canibus, new album.
Kaiju.
Here we go.
I guess
Shout out everybody. Shout out Big Wig. Shout out everyone that's been rocking with us. Shout out B Ford, Smitty Benzo, Bradley.
Yeah.
Infinite Mixer was his name, I think. Who really was that?
Infinite Mixer.
He hooked us up with the very first full spectrum. We still have a zip file on the computer of that.
Yep.
And
that
we
came
have
out,
hard copies that were sent to us by Domingo as well.
The CD and it came with the digital thing, and he sent us
we got
the
that
link.
still. But
yeah, and he came to us as Infinite Mixer and sent us the link to that Canibus song.
Was it a song or the full album?
No, it was.
Oh yeah, it was.
Something about the sun, or.
It was before Full Spectrum, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
He
this
turned us
cool
on,
ass
man.
friggin' Song, like I
Turned
never
us
heard
on
of
to
anybody
Canibus
rap
big
like
time.
that
Shout
before.
out, man. Shout out
What?
Bradley. That's his real name, I think. Pretty sure.
It's from Australia.
Yeah. Here we go. 53 minutes. Are we ready?
We better be.
It's been 3 years since we did a full album review of Canibus.
Right.
He shouted us out, put us on
Put
his
us
full Spectrum
yeah.
2, which is fucking just amazing.
Like
Crazy.
he says,
Still
he says our
kind of
name, and
blown
we're
away
like,
by that.
"What the? That was crazy!
Twice.
Wow!"
Twice
and
in one
then,
song.
and then he says our name again, and you fell right out of your chair. You were like, "Boom!"
Like,
hit the floor.
I got a snippet of it before we reacted to that album, and I kind of bugged out, which is probably the one we should have captured. But I never heard it. I don't think I heard the name the second time.
No,
And then I really
Yeah.
lost my shit.
because I had heard half of it, and I played it for you half, and I was like, "Dude, he fucking
I don't
said
even
our
play.
name
Yeah,
in
I
that
heard
shit."
like
And
less
then
than that. But
the second
yeah.
one came through. Oh my god!
there you go.
The empire beneath the ice has everything to do with your life. History is music, music is life. Oh, now you tofu tough. You wanna roll in the mud? I got poisonous blowfish guts sewn into my gloves. Float like a butterfly, fly like a dove. The spirit becomes love if it holds no grudge. Muzzle flash, close your eyes like you in a bubble bath. You say it's so sad, well tell me what's so bad. First you get your feet wet, then you wet your beat next. This precept accelerates into a greasy sweat. Oh, you're hungry, of course. Fine, you're the boss, but if I cook rice pilaf, you have to turn the TV off. She left her earrings over. I was below fixing the outboard motor. I stopped what I was doing. She walked closer. Crunch time, can't take lunch time, but that's in the bloodline. I only got one more rhyme, and I only gotta do it 100 million more times. I'm almost done. I almost lost my mind. I already have my 15 minutes. Now I'm just stretching the limits with small digit Professor Emeritus lyrics. Retired in Uruguay studying linguistics and writing. I don't know how long I'll be here. My visa's expired. Twisting up turtle for money. Delta 8 gummies taste funny. Don't you think, honey? You wanna back rub me? Scratchy ass voice, honey lemon make my chords moist. But when the fans want me to growl, I ain't got a choice. There's no way to opt out. Compliance comes from the top down. Before Nimrod's temple is knocked down. You talk a tough crypto game, but I ain't seen no games. You couldn't break me off for some of that change. Inside the tabernacle, we grappled over the time capsule, upsetting the balance between the synthetic and the natural sequence. Confirmed, feel the burn. I apologize in advance if this doesn't seem like a real concern. I'm at a loss for words. A monkey kidney looks human if you shave the fur. I'm ashamed to concur. The puzzle is a crossword. The word is Marburg. The world will fall first. Your faith will falter. The conqueror is a harvester, mistaken for a farmer, kicking and screaming. You will be dragged up to the altar, but this too shall pass. trying to outlast the same entity from their ancestors past. Ooh, be careful, not enough data available to try another password, still get an error code. Are you a targeted individual? Hey, you never know, but there are places in this world that you should never go. The speech pathologists carved out their tongues, started mocking them, thought about stopping them, but it was interesting watching them.
Dude, I understand now, like, why he's not, like, super popular among commercialized music, because people don't want to hear this shit. He's talking about, like, he set the song off like underground bass, under ice bass and shit. He's talking about like in Antarctica and shit.
Has
the
more
theory
meaning
is
or more effect on your life than you know.
Yeah, there's like a theory or whatever, a story of there's actual underground. And why wouldn't there be? There's tons of underground shit, military installations and all types of shit.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
he's
in Infinity, whatever you can think of,
that album cover's captivating.
It's happening somewhere.
Too. Yeah, that album cover is so captivating because when you really break down what's in it, basically everyone that has their hands on controlling the world, as far as
aliens,
finances,
dark
you know what I mean,
spirits,
like all types of shit. Yeah,
corrupted humans.
and then you got like fucking elves over there. Is that just because he released this before? There's some other meaning behind that. It's not just because he released it around Christmas.
Well, I mean, elves are unpaid by Santa, I guess. Like,
and then it says Kaiju on the satellite.
yeah, I noticed
He's
that
got,
while we were.
That must be the moon or something.
Yeah,
It's a pretty cool,
cannabis seed.
interesting
in
album
it.
cover. Excuse me.
And then there's
That shit's great.
the flying saucers, like, what, beaming the alien down?
Something.
Or maybe up?
They all have their hands.
You see the red light coming from his forehead?
They all have their hands on the earth. They all,
Yeah.
they all have their. They all got their hands
Except
on shit.
the alien has. Oh, I guess he does. But there's like this weird, like, watery
Yeah.
energy
Coming
around
off
him.
him. It's pretty cool. Shout out whoever did that album cover.
For real, yeah.
History charms wrapped around his arms, a suicide belt bomb underneath his gums. Keep calm, the deep fake con artist stacking Evergrande bearers bonds in his office. Egg and cheese croissant, no sausage. A threat is a guarantee, yet death is a little less than a promise. So we pray for the dark-skinned Amish and the melanated William Wallace. Broken homes for the jobless, fraction of broken bones for the doctors. Gentlemen, synchronize your watches.
William Wallace. Wow.
Dude, the amount of information you get,
Like,
it's crazy. He is, like,
it's like watching a badass
gets
TV
so
show.
much information.
Like, to sit there and listen to what he says and, like, use your visualizing,
Yeah.
in your mind,
Plus the beat.
and let it play out.
He's another artist.
Whatever he's saying.
Completely. Jeez, my voice is fucked up. Yes, he completely has
Is
his
that
own.
Omicron?
He completely has his own sound though. Like
Yeah.
every time I hear a beat that's either he's done or it's been made for him, that's his
But I
sound.
mean, and he's got his own. He's got the
it's
flow
haunting
that
as
he
fuck.
stays with every time. Like
It's-
he'll change it up a lot, but like that same like like he's narrating life as it's
He
happening.
likes those.
Like he's a narrator, kind of like just updating you on that.
His beats are like more. He's got that operatic singing, and then he's got that. I don't know. They're a lot of hard edged.
They remind me of like MF Doom beats actually. Like there's like that simplicity to it, but it's very complicated beats.
Yeah. Great.
Time stops when the internet kill switch is pressed tomorrow morning. The spell ends, the hell begins. The freedom bell rings, a fat lady sings. Farewell, friends, walk into work while black. The motherfucker jumped out his squad car and said, where the fuck is your job at? They call me the reboot lord, the reset guard. Now I can see I got more than a couple defects, mom. The world is crashing, collapsing. The audience is standing, applauding and clapping. Are they for real or are they acting? Hey, I know you ain't talking. Me, I'm just standing in the audience, just trying to enjoy the performance. It's the fingerless puppet master, creating nothing but utter disaster. Evergrande bankrupted the planet. Fighter jets scream down the Potomac River in the land of the free. If you believe as I do, stand with me.
That's the first song. Maybe you bring up the song list. I will slap them.
Entometa remix. This one's called Entometa.
And
Entometa?
the first one was
Curmudgeon. Yeah, that was Curmudgeon.
it's gonna be a long video, people. Hope you're ready to watch hour plus.
Hold on, I want
Hour plus reaction.
You gonna do something or just stand there and bleed?
Yeah, it's your song too.
DMX.
I didn't think so.
Right here, man. That's my song, right? Sure. This is where the fucking magic happens. Alright? This is where the magic happens.
Just one starts over a beat loop and a high ball, a dandelion soup. Recorded 2 projects, I'm about to regroup. Enter the
What? What are you laughing about?
verse of the meta.
I
Can I bust
looked
forever
up
the
what
rhyme printer?
curmudgeon means.
What's it mean?
A bad-tempered person, especially an old one. That's what that song was.
Yeah.
Curmudgeon rap.
To make it better, harmonic tremors. VR mouth, pause the data and zoom. On a Zoom call, howling at the moon. Metatron's cube, a tribe from Cameroon. Makes love to change the molecular matter of a spoon. The language was spoken dystopian, sung as a holy hymn by some old moldy men soaking in COVID phlegm. Cornmeal coated and fried okra, pathogen serum from live cobras. One hit will roll your eyes over all the drip, solar pole shift. Lifting weights on a stranded container ship, waiting for the rain to quit. 1,000 solar cycles later, I'm still writing with pen and paper. The creator recreated Jamaican indigenous genetic information, beautiful natives, unusual flavors. Looked her up and down and said, I take this. Critical survival, not in denial, not an emotional spiral, not being tribal or worshiping idols. Put on your pictorial version, reality goggles. To the metaverse is an online course where I dismount my horse and kick your corpse.
That's the name of this one?
Oh, no.
Yeah, he did mention the metaverse in that song. Now, DMX, man, like, rest in
Hydra.
peace. Rest in peace, man.
For sure.
Because what a voice, you know, like, the guy had a voice for hip hop. Like,
Yeah.
I'm from a planet called Sanato's Gambit, where I used to be a champion. Now I'm just regular old cannabis. Your wristband says, do not resuscitate. Okay, just lay there while I fuck your face. 911 emergency FaceTime decreases the wait time. Just be polite to the police to save time. Cause if you scream over the phone, they take your ass to the green zone. And you gon' end up with a tube up your nose. All alone in a concrete room that's so cold. You be froze with icicles hanging from your earlobes. Eskimo pheromones, I'm like a polar bear getting his hair combed, sitting on a tropical throne. My wolves look like 64-legged spiders with 8-headed hydras breathing through cannabis breathalyzers. Brought to you by Pfizer. Goliath dropped science from the shoulders of giants. People quick to despise it, and the gods are slow to admire. The hunt continues even at night. My murder hornets are nocturnal flyers, and they bite. Even at flight, we strike. 10-minute warning. Zero dark early in the morning. My life is so boring. Now I'm boarding. Stockpiling food, still hoarding. Freeze drying, eliminate spoiling. If you can swim to the next mooring, then I'll meet you in the morning. The life buoy rope is uncoiling. I saved your life, it's heartwarming. The big homie Jose, he smelled like rope spray. He used to always say that he missed the old days. I used to laugh when he listened to the OJs. Muy trabajo, even on slow days. His brother named Sose, he fuck with the dope game. Quiero comer the scorpion, that was his code name. Prepare for game day, every Wednesday is by propane day. The PayPal, Cash App, Apple Pay day. They add the virus to the cocktail and stir. They believe we are the disease. And
what do you say right there?
I thought he slipped into MF Doom. Holy shit! The
I
way
kind
he
of missed
did
that. I was keeping up for a minute.
He says,
Those
prepare for
beats
game
catch
day.
me so
Every
hard.
Wednesday is by propane day. The PayPal, Cash App, Apple Pay day. They add the virus to the cocktail, then they stir. They believe we are the disease and our death is their cure. Our whole life, only our
Right.
first breath was pure. Through the redundant cycle of fear next to occur.
our death is their cure. Our whole life, only our first breath was pure. Through the redundant cycle of fear next to occur. They break backs to build back stronger, but it got so much harder. Folks can't toe the line any longer. Population corralled to the point they can only move their bowels like some goddamn bovine cows. Medical patients lay there naked, intubated. We lay hands on ventilators, pray for them, but still can't save them. I asked Shorty why she need a rubber for her strap on. She said to hide her new Jones smell from her last Joan. I ain't laughing.
What? The smell of what?
He asked Shorty why she
Yeah,
needs a rubber for her strap on. She said she said to hide her new Joan smell from her last Joan.
What the fuck?
Like
Just banging like.
multiple chicks with your dildo.
That hard, this money talk, talk. So seeing Chris Tucker do that Fifth Element walk, silence can never be caught. Benjamin Bulldog to the heart. Samuel Jackson from Jumper said, just 'cause you can teleport, that don't mean you guard. I'ma break you off. You won't take this jab, I'ma make you cough. Flatten the back of your head with a tow truck flatbed. Grab a Phillips out the tool bag and stab your leg. See me? I don't study how rugged you sound. I double down, jump to the ground, bust double the rounds. Invite me if you want trouble around. If I can't muzzle the sound, I find an empty water bottle off the ground. My days are numbered, but so are yours, you stupid motherfucker.
You ever see that Steven Seagal movie where he's on the ship?
Under Siege.
I think so. He's like killing people, but then like he wants to shoot this guy, but he needs a silencer. He doesn't have one, so he tapes like a 2-liter bottle onto the end of his gun and goes and uses it as a silencer.
Wow. I haven't seen that movie since
I think that's what he was
10 years
referencing.
old. Last time
Yeah.
I seen that. I remember back in the 90s, like I used to love watching Seagal movies. Arnold Schwarzenegger was huge. Like action. You know, like in the 80s and early 90s and shit. True Lies and shit. Commando. Yeah. Terminator.
Yeah. Those
He
are
was the shit.
pretty fun movies back in the day.
Back
Yeah.
in the day.
We can't escape the spell we're under. What's your style? Siberian Sambo, skin penetrating nano, go Rambo with that asshole, no cap. The model bitch rock my cock while I watch Dipset first locks. Then after that we watch Brother get mocked. I got a gift, I build my own wings to achieve lift. My verses are reverse engineer, ball wing kid. Brother poetry, southern beat, soul 3, but didn't know it was me. The infinite rhyme, I told you it was deep. Let these truths be self-evident, based off our morphic resonance. 7 decimal points to the left again, with radiated intelligence. Helium-3 weapon kits unregistered. I sound like Jim Fetzer when I spit. Robotic, Johnny Mnemonic with inflammable thrombotic response in my shoulder sockets when I'm popping and locking. Step in the mic booth, propulsion system blowing bright blue, described in the Bible. Turn into a giant kaiju, taking commands from Space Force flight crew. I was Japanese in 92, they call me Tiny Timbuktu. Sky hero drones, no wires, push button, broken appliance. You didn't know your warranty was expired. Guerrilla gardening with long forgotten techniques of Phoenician farming, and I'm only charging 1 crypto farthing. Laughing so hard I can't stop farting. So charming, it's alarming the brother Tommy and Steve Harvey.
I never ever heard him switch his voice.
No, that's a first. That like
Ever.
rewind that a little bit.
Like he's always stuck to that vicious flow, which has always fit him.
But then he switched to like
But
a
what the fuck?
prissy
And you can understand every single thing he's saying.
British businessman,
You know, like
or even emperor.
Shoulder sockets when I'm popping and locking. Step in the mic booth, propulsion system blowing bright blue, described in the Bible. Turn into a giant kaiju, taking commands from Space Force flight crew. I was Japanese in 92, they call me Tiny Timbuktu. Sky hero drones, no wires, push button, broken appliance. You didn't know your warranty was expired. Guerrilla gardening with long forgotten techniques of Phoenician farming, and I'm only charging 1 crypto farthing. Laughing so hard I can't stop farting. So charming, it's alarming the brother Tommy and Steve Harvey. In the morning, they was calling. I told them I ain't donating no organs. God damn it, you better get off my phone. I'm done talking.
I think that album cover, like that guy in this business suit. I think he's representing corporate.
Yeah, the top 1%.
What about the guy in the red, black?
He's holding, I would believe, Australia.
Then you just got like the dark shit that they're into. There's like a being holding some shit.
Yeah, and then it's some dark,
Terrestrials. So
and that could represent like the melanated side of things. Because like the guy with the red eyes is white, and that one's black with green eyes. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Just not saying that's the case, just that what I see.
Yeah.
And then there's the
Let us-
alien. So there's 4. The aliens took the water. Maybe the black and the red is like, you know, I don't know.
That shit's crazy. Like, break it down. I know there's gonna be some people out there that want to fill us in the comments.
And then, but look.
'Cause
See
there's
the
so many
elves? See the
interpretations.
elves over there?
Yeah.
Look at the mound of dirt. It has a
Oh.
big hat on it. So Santa's dead.
It's true.
Santa got COVID.
Oh shit. That's right.
no.
COVID Santa's coming up. That's right. One of the songs.
Oh no.
Yeah, fill us in your interpretations, people. Comments.
Live
There's so
action,
many.
live action role play.
There's so many interpretations. You
Yeah.
can make of just the album cover, you know, like.
The moths are attracted to the lumens, the same way the humans are attracted to a revolution. Face front, you deep fake cunts. You better give them what they want. You put them in the pressure cooker for months. Pun intended, surprise. Lowe's hardware's low on supplies, but most guys won't realize until McDonald's is low on fries. Just came back from outside as I was jogging. I was reading the signs. Lies, murder, and more lies. My eyes cried turpentine. I taste human fertilizer in the wine. I knew a guy used to work for the mob. Had to get out of Dodge. Henry Hill called him Gulag Bob. He said these histamine sneezes, respiratory lesions, false Jesus, wearing Yeezy sneakers. They some crazy old pieces. They decide to genocide the win and the why. Like Biggie's first album, just get ready to die. The haves decide, the have-nots gotta go along for the ride. This is for those who have ears and eyes, the wise. Ooh la la la. That's the sound of electric bikes doing drive-bys. Face like Lil Richard hitting high notes with his lips twisted. Lipstick the same color as chitlins. I take all your residual gains, liquefy your criminal brains, and pour them down municipal drains. We are the initiate to the flame with strange nicknames. Thick game out of this world from Maine to Brisbane. And from this day forward, you are welcome to make.
What'd he say?
Oh my! The lyrics aren't up, but rewind it. He said he does something from Maine to Brisbane.
The haves decide, the have-nots gotta go along for the ride. This is for those who have ears and eyes, the wise. Ooh la la la. That's the sound of electric bikes doing drive-bys. Face like Lil Richard hitting high notes with his lips twisted. Lipstick the same color as chitlins. I take all your residual gains, liquefy your criminal brains, and pour them down municipal drains. We are the initiate to the flame with strange nicknames. Thick game out of this world from Maine to Brisbane. And from this day forward, you are welcome to make a quick claim on this recording. Meanwhile, I keep it in storage. Got deported, escorted off the planet by the solar warden, who kept rolling up my sleeve, but I didn't want it. Anxiously looking through the looking glass keyhole from inside the placebo. Let me tell you what we know. Welcome to Venezuela. The beast mark on.
Sounds like a horn.
But it sounds like when Danger's coming in Gears of War.
This whole song. Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like,
This whole song sounds like Danger. Just that,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
menacing.
yeah.
That shit. Every time I hear that sound,
What is he? Straight out of.
it's like terror.
He's like, what? Straight up to outer space from Maine to Brisbane or something like that. Like
Brisbane. Where's that?
Australia.
And I tell ya, that's the one thing they never tell ya. You're broke, walking barefoot in the snow with a pumpernickel half loaf, wearing half a coat. If you choose to accept this mission, you gon' end up dead, nigga. Either that or spend life in prison. They look, they don't even know what they looking at. They live, they don't even know what hood they at. You see that book? Pick it up. Nah, put it back. I don't think I'll ever be good enough for that. The release of the binary mutagen created melanated supermen. This is how the future begins. Aliens with humans for pets. Yes, this is truly intense. A B-movie with the spookiest suspense. Confusing in every way you can think. Just follow the program, command strings. Let me do my thing. The Ripper renewed his charter, his musical smarter. Life sucks, but afterlife would be beautiful karma. His head was examined, his astral body left the planet. He came back to help science understand it. The new world recruits trick the Jim Jones shoots. Take a jab to the glutes, and now their ears are ringing to the sound of a gargoyle playing the flute. Hot lava plumes break the 7 continents loose. Satellite phones, magnetite stones, skeletons with bleached white bones hanging from abandoned homes. Drones over green zone camps, scan the forehead barcode stamps. Only the inoculated can hold hands. Fall asleep to TikTok on the gram. woke up in a trance, electroshock wristwatch. To self-medicate, they press the button on the clasp. So they must swim cramp in a cave under a kerosene oil lamp.
My internet's down, it came back up and now there's no sound.
Bill Paxton in the background screaming,
Oh, what the fuck are we gonna do now? Oh, that's fucking great now, man. While you cocksuckers are out here grab assing, we're gonna get slaughtered, man. Those things are gonna mutate half a dozen times in a month, man. Then we're gonna be playing leapfrog with unicorns for real. Why don't you just put her in freaking charge, man? Cause those things are gonna come in here and they're gonna wipe us out, man. And it's not a goddamn thing we can do about it. Cause we can't get out of here, man. It's a fucking nightmare. It's a live action role play. And those things are gonna come in here and they're gonna take our souls away. Souls away. Souls away.
Jesus fuck. Holy fuck.
That was intense.
So much information. You rap so much.
Travis Scott concert.
Oh wow.
No lyrics for it, so
It's another menacing sound.
I'ma iron your clothes with your body still in them. Why the background sound like a lobby full of women? You sold me a lemon.
I'm gonna iron your clothes with you still in them. Getting crushed
Yeah.
by.
Holy shit. Alright.
Wow. Shout out, rest in peace to all those people.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
I'ma iron your clothes with your body still in them. Why the background sound like a lobby full of women? You sold me a lemon, I'll kill him. But bring it back to me first, so I can strip him and close fist him. Then hang him up with his toes missing. Niggas should've listened. That stupid ass video you sent them. I'ma talk about that in a second. But right now I'ma tell you, there will be no intervention. Words that rhyme in a sentence or my invention. And please let's not even mention timing when I'm riding a rhythm. God willing, body bag, beta test. I had sex with your ex wearing an Averex. Came on a neck, mutant X lubricant. I undressed the cougar's breast. Take it all the way down to 2%. Don't let the Mandalorian have to wind the window down on the DeLorean. He do that, he coming for all of
Yo,
them.
this an open invitation. Born son waiting, face mask conversation. Bash spacing. Rat-a-tat ratchet. Static double panic. Goons from the B-room scrapping grappling woolly mammoths. Bad mammoth jammer. DC Bama with the hammer. Never showing teeth for the camera. Stamina laminate. CDs in Atlanta. Standing the 5 points, channeling the channeler. Supreme Chancellor. Two-legged tarantula. Crick shaft, crank it up. Told the whole camera. Born son of body, you a ballroom dancer. She said if I got cash, I could bang the banker. I'm looking in her eyes, trying to find a way to thank her. Here's a handkerchief, full your vaginal anger. Psycho pharmacology, technology, and my wallabies. Ain't nobody even got these. Screaming against Socrates, standing next to she your pet pottery. Cause Swiz got on top of me. Next year's nominees, everybody getting a lobotomy. I call them all the dash biology. Travis Scott concert, unbodied spirits in the mosh pit. Hold the crowd spiritually hostage. What, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2022, more son for you.
Love, this perseverance. Midnight toast, dance on your grave, son, lifting spirits. He caught the Holy Ghost like Joseph Simmons. But shit be like that when you illin'. Blood on his shell toes, can't play the villain. Paid the piper, now it's lemon peppers. Shift the lamb like a shepherd, bear the fruit, taste the nectar. His arm hanging off the stretcher.
I can't even barely nod my head to this because the fucking lyrics are so.
Like, if you
so
enjoy it,
real.
are you like kind of stepping on people's graves? But like, what they're saying kind of needed to be said.
It needs to be said.
A bit soon, but yet when
just telling what happened. But yeah, I just like I said, it's
just
the fucking subject matter is so heavy that's crazy.
But I mean,
Fuck that.
It
I would
be
never
like,
fucking want to go to one of those damn concerts ever.
but to like get mad because he's rapping about it and like
Right.
hate this shit and like fuck
I don't
this guy.
hate
you know
it.
what I mean?
It's
like,
just like
no,
damn.
I know. But what I'm saying, like, if we
Any-
were like, "What? This is fucked,"
Yeah,
shut it off,
yeah,
and just not hear
it's-
them out, you know, and feel the emotion they are trying to convey. You know what I mean?
That's what it is.
And
It's kind of like hearing.
it's a different way of looking at something.
It's
You
kinda-
don't have to
yeah.
believe it, even if you feel it.
It's kind of like
You know,
hearing.
you're in charge
Dance-
of yourself.
Dance with the devil.
Be in charge of yourself.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like
That's how I
hearing.
see it.
It's like hearing "Dance with the Devil" for me. Kind of.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep hearing the shit, but I know that it's like, you know.
But I mean,
it's just what the
we
shit that
knew
happened that they're
when it
rapping
said
about.
Travis Scott concert what it was going to be.
Yeah.
100%. Where Dance with the Devil, we had no fucking clue what the hell we were going into.
Right, it's true. Like the title is more telling, but.
It's down. Now we laid up like Denzel in the bone collector. Hellish premonitions when the went past due. Wave mags too, run the jewels in the Air Max too. He got the deuce tucked in the bubble goose. Ha! Word, now we got the Mac in the knapsack. Shy, all we do is party and bullshit. Ain't no life after death when the drum rip. It's unbelievable. He ain't ready to die. Nah, I ain't think so. It's either friend or foe. Without warning, they kicking in the door. Ha! Wolves at the door, yo, that's for certain. 44 on his brain like George Gervin. Now his body swerving. Behind the curtain, see the evil lurking. Rock homes that's full of Durban, leaving holes in your turban. Right.
Maybe the white guy on the painting on the album cover.
Yeah.
Maybe that's Alex Jones. No.
Someone will let us know. That really like. There's some crazy.
No, I'm pretty
fans
sure
out,
it's
crazy
like,
fans out there.
You know, he's a billionaire. That guy.
Yeah.
He represents.
It
the
either
corrupted
represents
by money
this,
or the
you know,
powerful
the
by
person that
money.
runs everything, or it's the representation of just corporate greed. You know, like
But
how they run. All those corporations just run and control
yeah,
bad shit.
I mean, there's obviously a reason why it's a white guy.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
it's white.
As much
powerful
as-
people that are really screwing everybody
as much as
over.
you know, me and Claude would like, you know, Claude and myself would like many people would like to see humanity go beyond the color of your skin.
Like,
it's
for
we're
that to
still
be a
we're still
contention-
stuck in that shit. You know,
For that to be a contention still, it sucks really.
it
like,
does. It's like
if it ever gets beyond that to where it's just life is life, people are
humans.
people, race is
Everyone's
race,
humans.
you
Who
know,
gives a fuck
your
about,
genetics are
you know,
just
'cause-
that's what they are.
It
But
fucks with
there is
everybody.
there is no animosity or
yeah,
you know, like
just the way
apology
people.
for being who you are or who we are.
Yeah.
Or, it would be so cool to live that way.
Like those
and
people
see
that are
world.
raised, those people that are raised in like a super racist household, where they're just taught these old ways that they think is the right way and shit. It's like
Or
so
even,
fucking
you know,
ignorant,
just being taught
naive,
that, like,
and like.
there's
But yeah,
racism and that, you know, like, so then you have a choice to be racist or not. Well, it shouldn't even be a thought, really,
Yeah.
you know.
And that's
It's
like
just
society
life and better and
in
cooler.
different levels of
Competition's great.
yeah. Like all the different classes and like, you know, people from the bottom up as far as financially, and there's so many different levels of that shit too, you know, like that whole systemic racism shit. That's why they say, that's why they put those two words together, because it's like on every, you know,
Yeah.
depending where you are and what you're doing and how successful you are and what you fucking look like it's bullshit, you know.
But I mean, like we were
but
talking about
that's what the fuck it
on
is.
that one Patreon video we did, where, like, you know, even if you go to the most basic people on the planet, you know, tribal people that live in the
Yeah.
jungle,
Cut off.
even
everything.
they will raid another.
Yeah.
You know, some,
That's-
not all will raid
Right.
each other, but some will come through and raid the other villages,
Take
and
over their
take
shit.
people, and take all their food and belongings, and then just
Yeah.
leave some to like repopulate, so they can swoop back around another 5 years and do it again.
It goes back to like the beginning of humanity, yeah. We
It
got
hasn't
more.
stopped.
We got better
Like,
tech.
fuck.
More tech than you. We got more people. We're gonna take.
Like the
take you over.
Vikings would like just
Kill
travel
you- we'll
thousands
kill you
of
off.
miles, kill everybody, take all their
Yeah.
stuff, and go home like they just went grocery shopping.
Just a normal day for those ancient
Like what
people.
if you would have just walked up and been like, hey, you know, we have a bunch of people and we like your clothes, we like your food. What can we do to, you
They
know,
looked at like
we'll protect
that's
you
like a lot of.
and you feed us,
It's like a lot of.
or we're gonna kill everybody.
Yeah. It's like a lot of societies back then. They look at themselves as more powerful and, you know, like, oh, we can just easily take them out.
And because
And
we
it's-
can, we will.
It's easier than, you know, they probably looked at it like it's easier than doing the other shit, right? More the right
Whoa.
ways, you know. But it's crazy. Like what's like the Mongol Empire.
Yeah.
I'd say it was the biggest next to the Roman.
Yeah.
So they took over
Genghis Khan
mad.
killed like over 1 million.
He used to boil people
Yeah.
if they got in his way. Like he'd fucking boil your ass in a giant pot.
I crawled out the swamp. It sound like silliness till I grab you and take you back under like I'm amphibious. Read this. They built several specialized clinics just for my lyrics, and I don't even want to go near it. I get scared. I don't even debate in my head. They said you're already dead. Just take your meds, whether you're lab born or you came out of a womb. If you alive, there ain't no way you can't feel what I'm doing. And until you get into it, we gon' all suffer in mutual ruin. Cause I don't think you understand my music.
Animal husbandry,
Which we looked up earlier, and it's somebody that raises basically
or like
farm animals,
it's like
or they have.
you breed
Yeah,
things to
you're
get
breeding.
certain strains or like certain attributes.
Certain animals to breed. Yeah.
Well, no, like like if you only want blonde-haired, blue-eyed people, you create that and like.
But they're doing it with.
But I don't
Animals.
know, like, well, it's called animal husbandry, but maybe
Could mean, yeah, for
we'll
humans.
find out.
My Godzilla 4 winds, it's like 4 spinning dorsal fins. The water blow the glass out of your lens. Here's some hot water and vinegar. Go over there and clean up all of them sinners. Don't come back until you finish. Silent weapons for wartime. Closed source message from Northcom. Animal husbandry takes all my time. Therefore, not much I care for. Besides certified reference material of well-prepared bars. Listen, I don't want no trouble. But if I had to polish my own belt buckle, I'ma give you easy love. Smartphones and homes that talk, non-fungible art. Let's step outside of the bungalow for a walk. If you look at the tall trees, they're beautiful as you can see, but they will not survive the category 5 wind speeds. Liquid cooled, homeschooled, compound finance rules. Anything's better than a Tyvek suit. Jet propulsion under the props. Oh my god, weapons going hot. Tails smoking like steam from a pot. I understand you don't really know what I mean a lot. You're shocked to hear me say, come over here and clean my cock. You are P-O-W.
It's been since it started. Like what?
I've been rocking like those frequencies throughout this kind of like all that menacing shit's kind of
Yeah.
cousin of that, you know.
I
Like,
mean, kaiju's are menacing.
You are gullible fools. The other half of you are running from the rules. In my rap song, thoughts no man is prepared to act on. You better call Allah who Akbar. Rap star riding in the back of the car with a bodyguard, air supporting a tiny attack dog. Multiple antigens approach. Cannabis cross reaction analysis. Niggas get smoked. Dark power is drawn from a waving wand. Your poetry's strong, but it cannot save the savant. Listen to the guard. That shit hard. Demolition at dawn from 1 million bars put on one song. Man, you got King Kong balls. Whatever side you wanna sit on, just go over there and get yours. You still want that gourmet? You need to come holler at Jorge. He bet the whole house on a horse race. Hallelujah. Bodies float down in Chattanooga cause the charter boat had shooters. Glad my bum sticky blood clot vest. Then go outside and catch wreck. Touch the stage on 5/8 plates. My hips gyrate when I feel that burn and put a smile on my face. Microphone fiends focus to smell the metabolic acidosis coming from the rose garden cultists. Command and control, then transmit from both poles. That's just one of my campaign goals. If you're not busy, swing by. Soft music, dim lights, real nice. Kinda got that I-10 vibe. Nowadays you gotta live right. Try not to be out past midnight. That's probably the only thing I did right. PMG merchants, very adverse with smart contract purchase. They handle more pressure than combat nurses. How many beats, how many verses? It depends how many people are working. I don't know why America's so expensive.
You're in contact with other beings. Oh, Scope and Santa.
The scenery starts off with a slow pan from a drone cam, and a drone operator with cold hands, a body bag, bend beat bumps, a chime from a grandfather clock made of pine wood with walnut studs, a pearly red unfinished sleigh bed of carbon fiber. One can only guess to fly higher and faster from being lighter. Pieces of liquor bottle shards crunch the top, squeaky floorboards, screens on walls, flashing on and off. Weather report, Killington, Vermont, Whistler, Snow King Resort. Black diamond conditions, travel restricted and closed off. A shipment of hummingbird broth was lost because it couldn't get across. Mrs. Claus had a psychotic blow off, and that's why we were called. But now that we are here, we are seeing things are much more deeper than we thought. The whole compound was a pigsty, black mold in the carpet, moldy half-eaten cookies, milk rotting in cartons. The elves moved all the factory equipment out of the way. Twice a week they throw rays, Nora and pure DJs. Mrs. Claus doesn't know what to do. She just stays in her room. They say she has a fentanyl problem too. Okay, Miss Claus is the spouse. For now we can rule her out, but we need to find the man of the house. They say he's in bad shape. Just look at the landscape. I don't care if it's man-made or not, it's a damn shame. Mrs. Claus stopped payment. The goods department ran out of patience. The elves are working for terrorist organizations. Rudolph's nose is sick. He can't walk for shit. He's certified fit for service, but he's got bone cysts. Dance and Prancer have capped hocks and fluid blocks. We're wondering what Santa's gonna do when the music stops. In our first conversation, we asked Miss Claus about her GPS ankle bracelet. She remained complacent. We asked Miss Claus, can you please take us to Santa? She looked over at one of the elves, wouldn't give us an answer. Now this elf was whistling Amazing Grace and didn't say much. Looked like he had a pistol tucked straight up. He said he was a player in the global human settlement layer, and he accepted revenue from Lord Maitreya. Another elf said, we'll take you to Santa, but we need your passport, phone, radio, and your helmet camera. I complied, gave them all four without blinking an eye. They opened the door, took me outside. We walked down range to a Buckminster to fuel a building type frame with a door that had a kryptonite chain. I almost couldn't believe I heard the whirling sound of a machine you would use to help somebody breathe. At first I see bare feet, the EKG beat. I move closer, then I see rosacea in both cheeks. I see tubes carrying red blood out of two-man boobs through a machine that backed into a hand turned blue. I was so confused, I turned around to the elves and said, what in Satan's name have you done to yourselves? One of the elves stepped forward. He said, this is hard to ignore, but I owe you an explanation. I'm not a doctor, but I'm not an imposter. I'm a medical proctor, and I don't think he's got much longer. You see, lactic acid is green, uric acid is orange, sulfuric acid is yellow, but Santa's is much darker. His citric acid is clear. I know that I'm a fast talker, but he's gonna die without the proper anatomic markers. His interstitial fluids have been mixing with unknown biopollutants, turning him into some kind of mutant. In other words, technically Santa's entire genomic integrity's in great jeopardy's what he said to me. And he's been treated for the latest strain. He's positive, non-homologous. We contacted Dr. Oculus. Our last communicate placed him at 2 hours away, but I should warn you, if he's not here, we have to operate. Operate how? Here? Sure, there's rat shit everywhere. This is a fucking sanitary nightmare. Good idea, glad you're in charge. You're doing a great job. Look at him, don't you think Santa looks a bit gone? Antibody dependent enhancement. What the Santa's chances. Don't they make a ozonated cream for cancer? You little shit, you be using my phone to look at dick pics. When I was your age, I used to work at the big dick. Fluorescent illuminated x-rays, polyethylene death sprays from a nuclear submarine's wet bed. You were pathogenically primed for prime time. The meter says 9, 9, 9, 9. And now Christmas is fucked. I hope you're satisfied. What you gonna do now? Santa done died.
Crazy. Wow. Never heard a hip hop song about Santa before.
And Mrs. Claus, and
She has a
she's on,
fentanyl problem.
and she's on house arrest, and
Elves are gangsters.
she wouldn't answer where Santa was.
Elves are terrorists, gangsters, and shit. What the fuck, man?
Doctors and proctors. And
Crazy.
Kaiju karaoke.
Here we go. 30 minutes in.
Moses was a black man with red hair like saffron. I heard you the first time. I chose not to respond. Prophecy is fulfilled when Enki and Lil are killed. And Lil Nas X faces on a dollar bill. How you like that for a metaverse drill? Still ill, and I don't even need record deal. But real, you know my name, the sun don't chill. And now the whole world got a license to ill. When they shut down the grid, we gon' be outside doing the bid. Institutionalized, right where we live. Apologetically thank you. Put noose around neck and hang you. While true Yankee doodle do shank you. Biologically scan you for your own safety and ban you. To your own people abandon you. Now you standing outside the dollar store for a 50-cent whore. About to go on a 25-cent tour. You let that whore sit on your face. She tastes like sodium borate. And by the way, that stuff tastes great. Disclaimer, don't you try that at home and then blame us. I ain't famous and they still say my name too much. Yet on the other side of the veil, every single comparison will fail. Cause every multiple rhyme is a spell. My poems are known, unknown knowns. But it's hard to know how much knowledge could grow for one node in the vaccination drive-through.
Known, unknown knowns. What the hell?
I sat in the seat behind you. I should have sat in the seat beside you. Quiescent, still present. Even if I go back to the essence, there's no way I forget what I remember. Sniper specific, relax, hold breath. Squeeze trigger, wait for confirmation. Get up, get out of there, nigga. Cannabis rhymes are not immediately obvious. They're supposed to be positive, so he ain't really accomplishing shit. My name is the Ripper, and I beg to differ. I know men who are bled from the liver, and they were gorillas, breadwinners. Robert A. Bruce, De La Soul, Pasta Noose. Yeah, I know it sounds like something I got from Dr. Seuss. Lyrics retooled, recommissioned, then outfitted for hip hop use. You talk that shit.
Doom got it from Zeus.
Throwing away sort of thing.
His fucking bars, man. Like,
Just relentless. Like,
it's like, I always said it because it's like
my
he crams.
visualizer hurts. You know what I mean? Like my internal
not-
visual.
There's no, I think it's rare that he does 16 bars. Like, he does way more than 16 on average.
He has about 1 million per album.
So much information, it's exhausting, Claude.
I talk that shit too, Malika Masala. Watch my Gillespie YouTube all the time. I'ma get it to help me build my shrine. Gunmetal colored, rip magnum rubbers. Tear that ass up. I ain't gotta brag on nothing. I got a happy hips, yoga bitch, zombie killer, Jovovich, big titty Tesla model S motorist. And she will ambush your base camp, beat you with the propane tanks. Then set
You say Mila Jovovich?
I think so.
fire to your cocaine plant. Hungry.
In another song, he's talking about the Fifth Element.
Ah,
Chris Tucker.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Came out a long time ago, that movie.
Yeah.
Late 90s.
Yeah.
Games rescue package, stasis, stick the mechanic in action. Gun rack pull-ups, bull pups, blast them. Cut, slash, and smash, lab, tater tots and hash. I'll spray hairspray on your ass and pass. Cause you can't afford the cesium or the magnesium. Everybody know that's $1 million premium. Their inability to reason is the reason they not breathing. And that's what we focusing on this evening. The return of the king with a Mavic 3 Pro on the string. And that's how he gon' know everything. He was there when global fear became self-aware. If you scared, bow your heads and join me in prayer.
I've heard a couple sounds that reminds me of Liquid Swords, a couple of the songs.
Yeah?
Like that shit. And then there was like that like that slide earlier.
Yeah.
That kind of sounded like it was from similar sounding.
Yeah.
A couple of those songs.
Insurrection, act and tap. You living in a trap. If you do this and don't do that, you just get whacked. Self-inflicted cyber attack. Crypto bugs sitting on your lap. The gaslight fatigue made him take a crap. Fuck that, fed the blow dart to the back. You collapse, thermite cutting charge carved into the small of your back. Robotically controlled, sequencing units for knocking on doors to make sure you home and you haven't run off. 100,000 Queens flip clones, all of your borough alone. Welcome to the terror dome. Protest in silence, rhymes with do not violence. So what? I like pirates much better than pilots. I'm a giant. Ireland is my island. I'm full of surprises. So get the fuck out the way when I try it. Life is over.
He's like, where are you from? I'm from my land. He's like,
My island.
Where's your land? He's like, my island. Where's your island? Ireland. Ireland? Yeah, it's mine.
Run on 100,000 Queens flip clones, all of your borough alone. Welcome to the terror dome. Protest in silence, rhymes with do not violence. So what? I like pirates much better than pilots. I'm a giant. Ireland is my island. I'm full of surprises. So get the fuck out the way when I try. Life is all for naught. If you cannot author your own thoughts, you will be sold without ever being bought.
And then you talked earlier about an elevated Willie Wonka.
Yeah.
Fifth Element.
Neil Jones.
I don't deserve this.
The Long Road,
To die like this.
I think.
I'll see you in hell.
Roger that.
Does it say like who produced these songs?
Yeah, Mike. But I ain't telling you.
Slap, 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 slap.
You
You gotta tell. Someone will. Claude doesn't, right?
You gon' take a ride out to the countryside. All we got is a full tank and some rusty knives. I'm gonna pull up in the disguise, kinda close to those
My
guys
mom's
that's looking
maiden name
around.
is
We're
Williams.
just gonna slowly drive by. There's a duffel in the back. Whatever you do, don't lose that. And if you do lose it, don't come back. It's chaos to your liking. Do you find revelations exciting? Tell me that's not why you're smiling. Alexa, could you tell Siri to explain to Billy the Bornhopper theory while I adjust the mirror so I can ask myself, do I still look like a nigga? Or do I? Hybrid probe, surveillance for survivalist nodes in survival mode, battle rapping on the side of the road. May I pose to share your wood burning stove in the cold? See, I am old and cannot muster the strength from my bones. The island of Dr. Moreau is not a place you would like to go, but I can take you there after the show. Yo, the pain, Alzheimer's in my brain, can't remember my name. I shit the bed, then ran out of the pen. Yo, I'm a mess. Oh Lord, please show me mercy. I traded my water Berkey for a slice of turkey. The rhymes, the patterns, and interactions between these two passions have given me the freedom that I'm after. There's only very little I can say to you now. 100,000 bars or more could probably take me a while. You will soon find death on a dry riverbed in Tibet. I keep that out back in my shed. Stay out of trouble, but live a little. Go piss off the side of your vessel, then go back to fixing the whistle on your kettle. Something they don't teach. The algae will eat away at the bare feet and walk on Pebblestone Beach. The voice of my muse asked me when we could meet. I was confused when my muse leaned forward and kissed my cheek. My writer's block was released. Pussy was so sweet, my pen stood up by itself and started to write like a beast. Sorcery, every molecule of my body talks to me. On this long road, my muse walks with me. Aluminum 30 pin, extraordinarily thin. Nicely snug, subcutaneously under the skin. I always lose, but I'd love to win. Maybe this time this is it. Nothing to do with that rhyme. futuristic shit. This is about my muse. I myself have nothing to prove. Hip hop is a tool that I use. I talked to Jay-Z, I met with Lior. I pretty much done it all. I couldn't agree more. The continuity of thug and shit, straight up sucker shit, that ain't gonna last long in this new world government. Diplomacy is everything. Speak with integrity. Know who you in the room with. Be quiet for clarity. If you ever embarrass me, there can be no parody. I'll punch you in your apple seed and run when you come after me. My muse is so classy. She take me down to the haberdashery.
Is that his pops?
Yeah. He passed away in 2015.
Canibus is dead. Rest in peace.
Right?
We after morning tea time with the family, not the dread I will be through it.
Player.
He was
Yeah. His name was
killing it at cricket.
His nickname was Shotgun.
Oh shit.
He was on
He's
the
probably.
Jamaican team.
Oh no shit. He's probably a legend. Like
Yeah.
cricket stuff.
I door bread and out of head. Any pussy who test me dead.
What's this one?
Versus.
Versus? Oh, that's the versus battles.
Versus.
That the hip hop artists been doing since COVID. I was on Instagram months ago. It was back in like April or May when Premier and RZA did their battle.
Oh.
Because they had it on Instagram, live on Instagram. So I went on there represented for two dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was on there for like, they did it for 4 hours. I was on for almost the whole. I was on
Rock
for
Jumbo Law, the God, verse Snoop. Corrupt verse J. Ruin, I fool. Cardi B verse MC Light. The Neptunes verse Onyx in the tunnel on a Sunday night. Tory Lanez verse Kendrick Lamar. The Sharp Bar. Big Punisher verse G-Rap in a small car. Busta Rhymes verse Needus in the new. Every member of the group. Swiss Beats verse Timberland and Magoo. Doja Cat verse The Lady of Rage. Tupac verse Hayes. Eminem verse T-Pain and 2 Chainz. Nostradamus verse the BDIMC. The whole boot camp verse PDP. JC versus KRS-One. Childish Gambino and Chino versus King Son. Black Thought versus Smoother Hustler. Scarface versus Buster. Brother Ali versus Steph Lover. Tribe Called Quest versus Slick and Thug Fresh. Young Money Drake versus Lord Finesse. Red MF versus Ghost and Chef. Source Money versus 38 Special. Shia Ali versus Dress. Ice-T versus X-Clan. Albie Shaw versus MC Shan. DC versus Cool Disco Dan. Born Son versus JLX. Scratch versus Terminator X. This'll be the dopest urban event. Rock Marcy versus CeeLo. Fat Joe versus Camlo. Absol versus UTFO.
CeeLo Green, Goody Mob. Dude, this is crazy. He just the whole song just him versus him. Excuse me. Them versus them.
Smoother Hustler versus Black Thought. Remember Jack the Rapper 94. Del versus DMX, my dog. Moni Love versus Questlove. On a stretch rub with Pudgy the Fat Bastard. That's messed up. Lauryn Hill versus Bushwick Bill. D12 versus ODB and Supreme Clientele. Axel Bronson versus his father. That's the #1 chief rocker. Boss Rick Ross versus Big Papa. Mo D versus Cold Cheeks over Easy Mo B. The whole Duck Down versus MOP. Griselda versus Cash Money. Sebastian Disciple versus Bad Bunny. Everlast versus Vinny Paz in the Scully. Post Malone versus Noriega and Capone. Tone Loc versus Great Diggers while they cremate bones. Jones, Mike Jones, first Mike Geronimo, first Jim Jones, first Sicario at Red Rock, Colorado, with Super Mario, drink champs, give me space, Drake, first Master Ace, first Mace, first Charlie Baltimore, pretty face, Freddie Fox, still got them burn marks on his waist, I bet you Nori won't blow no smoke in his face, Uptown Puff versus McGruff, Rod Digger, first Lady Luck, A+, first Lady Bug, Anthony Hamilton's band, first the Elephant Man, and Lot of Dark Man, a Hot 97 Summer Jam, Lil Flip, first Will Smith, Yin Yang Twins, first Big Gipp, world's greatest pimp, Too Short, first Tip, K-Solo, the fugitive, first the pugilist, first Jada Kiss, first this is the most beautifulest thing, Cassidy, first Chubb Rock, outside of blood clot, truck stop, A-side Rocky, first A-side Rock, Jurassic 5, versus the Fantastic Four, first the Treacherous 3, first Audio 2 on BET, Cali Casino, FLIP, versus Free in the I Pictorial Virtual Metaverse Dream, D-Dot, the mad rapper, Ron Lawrence, Hitman, Stevie J and Trackmasters, first Body Bag Ben, AZ, first 8-Ball, MJG, Willie D, first DJ Quick and Trey D, Rashid, first Shot T, me versus Plug 1, 2, and 3, Coolio, first Young MC, Greg Nice, Smooth B, versus Pete Rock, CL Smooth, Guru, first Granddaddy IU, Nicki Minaj, first T-Boz, and some old school felines, flies, first Outkast and Goody Mob, Charlamagne the God, first Star, Angela E, first Aguilar, Wendy Williams, first Lala, Silk the Shocker, first the Funk Doctor, Waka Flocka, Mystical, first Murs and Mav Hopper, Cameron, first Cambada, in the middle of Harlem, the Dog Pound, first D-Block in Yonkers, K Reno, first Joe Pellegrino, Rampage, first Migos, Chris Paul, first Illegal, Dre and Snoop, first the Rapid Duke, Just Ice, first Papoose, Tech 9, first Hobson, Redman, first Blue, Father MC in a 3-piece suit, first Chic Loose, Undercard, Saigon, first MC Juice, Supernatural, first the whole Juice Crew, Greg G sitting by the dock of the bay in the booth, first the coup, Major Figures, first Mook, Fetty Gibbs, first Luke, Loaded Lux, first RTJ, produced by Stoop, Juicy J, first Kwame, Ludacris, first Wale, LL Cool J, first Dr. Dre, Pac-Man, first Timbo King, All Neil kiss the ring, in the ring while Ashanti sing, Chuck D, first Dub C, Zach from Rage to the Machine, first R.A. the Rugged Man overseas, Showbiz and AG, Big L and OC, first Diamond D, ain't they all DITC, Roxanne, Shantae, versus Rappin' Forte, Mac Dre and Blase, versus Paz K, Cool G Rap versus Twister from Chirac, he gon' snap, wish I could NFT something like that, Prize, the ghetto superstar versus Gangstar, the Zanzibar, Escobar versus Bazaar, Tragedy, Gaddafi versus Lil Yachty, while Busy B, Cool Rock, Ski Steady rock the party, Royce the 5 versus the Furious 5, tonight at the Apollo, if you go, I go, Fabulous versus Channel Live, Bahamadia versus Wise, for poor rights seats, King Crooked Eye versus Flo Rida and Wiz Khalifa, Wyclef versus Beanie Siegel, at the Bellagio Casino, whoever win got a first Benzino, organized confusion versus one EMC, to me that's real EMCEE, tired of the creator versus Ali Vega, third base with a gas face versus Lupe with a laser, Bush Babies versus Lee Majors, Chill Rock G versus Rob Bass, me versus Megan Thee Stallion, Nate Cypress Hill versus Snorted by Nature in an urban situation, NWA versus Dave Aguilar, the assassin versus Nick Cannon, David Banner in Atlanta versus Jules Santana, Cinderella versus Salt and Pepper, Mikey D versus Large Professor, Remy Ma versus Armageddon, Goofy Lou versus Mickey Benson, that ain't even nothing to mention.
Is he trying to like rap every single hip hop group ever versus like people or just
Versus.
artists in general versus? Because god dang,
just the drone of the song, and
holy
the
man,
drone of him just naming
non-stop,
battles, like,
which is amazing. Like he's got all these classic groups versing with modern and
very
artists
clever,
that have passed on versus with
very brilliant.
Damn.
Cannabis, you just trying to get attention. Shampoo versus brand new Jabu, Cadillac Time Black 2, HHA Fast Food, Q-Tip versus Ice Cube, 20 million views, 50 versus Wu-Tang Power, he make power moves. Lost Professor versus Nature, Mega Queens flip up to aggressive, nigga be standing outside your session. Cruise racial conflict. First children of the corn, smoking hay in the barn with J. Cole from Vietnam. James Samuel verse Mr. Magnanimous. Cannabis writes the song with no camera tricks. Us killer verse Dilla verse Beast. G-Unit gorillas. Yayo and Banks verse Master Builders. J. Muggs verse Young Thug. The youngsters verse the young bloods. Verse the homie from the cellar dwellers. Rashad Jamal verse Osiris and Vaughn. Willie Dynamite called Maintain verse Higher Arc. Brian Myers verse Anuel. Denzel verse Samuel. Chris Rock verse Dave Chappelle. Sade verse Patti LaBelle. Prince verse Mikael. The post office verse email. Heaven verse hell. Cannabis, like I told you, I rarely fail. Now I'ma go outside, I burn me a nail.
Holy fuck.
And then to end it like that. It's gonna go outside.
I never heard a song like that ever.
No. I mean, it was kind of like we didn't start the fire.
No chorus.
We didn't start.
Kind of like that, you said. There's never been another song I've heard like where he's just verse, like they're just like what? Non-stop. Like you could make an hour song probably of that. Because of all the history of hip hop
Probably
artists.
a month-long song.
In the last 40 plus years, like he was just
There was a few artists in there.
he's just
didn't
scratching the
hear
surface.
him
He's just
mention
scratching the
that
surface.
I thought he would have, but he didn't.
That shit was crazy, but he's just scratching the surface as far as like how many
Yeah.
hip hop artists,
He did
history
mention,
of the
like,
genre.
K. Reno.
Yeah, he mentioned
Like he mentioned a lot of
he
greats.
mentioned a bunch.
Rakim, Cool G rap.
Somebody versus Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, Chris Rock.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Oh
This is
shit! I've
called.
heard this sound before. And these horns. It's definitely cannabis, right? Like
Bonanza or some
it sounds like some classic.
shit. Chase.
Oh yes, this is a revisit. We did this video last week as a bonus. That's why this sounded familiar. As a teaser for this full album.
Oh my
review.
god, I
Full
didn't
album
even
review.
recognize that. Okay, yeah.
As soon as I heard
On the
that beat
move, it's been a
drop,
long
I'm like,
time
oh yeah.
coming. Can I bust
First-
an MF?
Revisit.
Coming soon.
MF Doom, my cellmate, two-tone stealth paint. Wait for the Philadelphia Freedom Bell and jailbreak. Chase, nah, I overtake you. Tailgate, college carbon monoxide, take snail face. They move for the snail's pace and get drowned by the maelstrom wave. Crustaceans in deep water, ocean plates degrade. Permian purge, Serbian no Siberian scourge. 2 seconds before the die-off occurred, I was singing in a quiet church. Through fast radio bursts, helium stars, webcam search. A free spirit was a dead man first. Tell me how does that work? MF Doom explain it to you next verse. 4 footprints, hydraulic, asphalt pilots, high body, royal purple dispersal for high mileage. Steam vapors from radiation create perpetual rain in a hydroplane and don't ever chase down.
Batman and Robin, head bobbing, no joke. The penguin, you see him freezing up like Mr. Freeze. Catwoman on the mind, the Batmobile design. Alfred the Butler, dynamic dual hustlers. Burn rubber, Gotham City, I'm spinning in the gutter. Left the Batcave full of computers, the Mad Hatter. The Riddler, see my boards red like Twizzlers. I'm so hot like Hot Wheels, color shifters. Diagonal over Gotham City, looking pretty. The Cape Crusader continue through the stages like a player. Pulling up on the Joker while he playing poker. King Tut hopping out the Range Rover with brolic shoulders. Green Hornet and Kato to the Lamborghini through us open. Same rims on the beam as the Lotus. Dark blocks and they pop like pop rocks. Your girl on the cock, she jock a lot. The next episode reload.
Your evidence compels to reopen the murder case. A witness emerged and snitched a certain name. Description appeared somewhat like Church's way. A heavy man dressed grungy like Kurt Cobain. A purple face can be seen on CCTV. Assisted precisely like CP3 Chris. Paul with blood on the claw, so evidently be careful. This man knows his business at ease. For sure his motive was bad, not good. Rumors are out and bad that's from the hood. Still looking for him but they having no clue. Well, don't mess with assassins, you fools.
Coppers want me back, don't hesitate, react, delete that. They defecate where they eat at. More repulsive than the boar's head logo. The trees had them seeing impulses in slow-mo. A whole lot of funk, a whole lot of drunk, who knows? Could've did a line of bump with Donald Trump. He hearing voices in his head, he gotta jump. Not now, too much lactose, gotta dump. A wise owl growl when I mean
Luke, Lil D, top bill, top notch, you chop meat, you chop krill. In the midst of trapping and gun clapping, doing 25 years in, sun slapping. Wrote the key to life down on some napkin, can't find it, whoever do is like-minded.
Jesus Christ, wow.
I wonder, like, oh, maybe there's another.
This is what MF Doom said, his last bars.
Doom's
Wrote the
great.
key to life down on some napkin. You can't find it, and whoever do is like-minded.
Mm.
Because they know the key to life.
I wonder how
the only
he-
way to have it again is for somebody else to write it down.
I wonder who he like reached out to get. I wonder if they did this song when he was still.
Well, it kind of
With
sounded.
us.
I felt like MF
Or-
Doom was rapping to this beat, not
Yeah.
that the beat was added to his words.
Right, but I know there's like like when we did Family and Loyalty, that Gangstar reaction months ago. It was like J. Cole, like he's the one where he's premieres passing out raw uncut diamonds
Oh yeah,
in the
yeah,
neighborhood.
Yeah.
J. Cole was on that, but that was like a Guru verse that was, he's got like archives of shit he recorded that never got released on songs. But yeah, fill us in the comments how the Doom verse came about, because was that something that him and Canibus worked on when he was still with us, or yeah, either way, like.
Desperados Part
One.
2.
Part 2. Define part
That's what I
1.
said.
Define part 1.
That definitely sounds like Gunsmoke. Sounds very Western.
What are you doing in town, partner?
Yeehaw, shit.
Who's the guy that got some? Sheriff.
The sheriff?
What was his name?
The pressure I'm under can wake a vampire from slumber. The undead hunter, coagulated blood guzzler, the road war horse in inclement weather, sucking sour milk from a cow udder. That kind of pressure, muffle your pain with a muzzle, make it sound better. They try to breathe through a mask up with down feathers. The crown ripper, the time tested sound wizard. I stand at the foot of the fountain of wisdom. Listen, just let these light orbs glisten through your speaker system. We could go wherever you wanna visit, using my world renowned vision. The black messenger from Kemet. How you want to do this, nigga? Y'all hear that? Crickets. I'm made out of bars and biometrics. Jigsaw in your spine 7. Horus rise. Meteorites streak across skies. You wanna drive through ordering fries.
Oh, if he dies, he dies.
With huskified eyes. The temperature drops below ice. Fingertips put out candle wicks. My muscles twitch so lit, I might try to arm wrestle for your bitch.
That's what I used. And then from the hip hop, I used my rhyme pattern, how I rhyme, my style of rhyming, and I didn't compromise either. And when I put it together, they compliment me. So
And for the castle that we sit on at the Royal Palace, this is a capsule with the riddles in my lonely attic. I hope I get to you, your servitude electrostatic. It's impossible, I only met niggas with automatics. I'm callous though, how it feel to rule. Like back in high school, wasn't molecules or if Molly was cool. I used to cut class and smoke hash, fuck hash. Put the drugs in the ass if the bash come harass, I'm free. I gave you niggas some space to speak or pee. All this kingdom and throne belong to me. I bloom under April's moon, that's the reason to dream. Backstroke a season of seas. I suffocate your rain, you fell to my gravity. I undertake the game, now my niggas run the league. Show your humble face of shame, my nigga, uncomfortably. Do what we are to, Desperados Part 2, wow.
Is that the second verse? Yeah. It was Huss Kingpin. Yeah, must be somebody new doing forward. Must have been in Desperado 1.
Yeah. Shout out. Huss Kingpin. Could be like a well-known underground artist too. Fill us in on the comments. What an amazing album. That's to finish it off right there, man. 53 minutes, 3 seconds. Shout out, Canibus.
Totally.
First time.
Another killer banger.
We've done a reaction. Oh, damn. 80 minutes almost on that one.
Like, that's how we do it.
It's been a while. Like we
Start,
said,
we don't
over 3 years since we did a Canibus review, so shout out.
Still got
Like,
it.
he's
getting
always
better
gonna
and better every time.
Right? He's
Just-
like pushing 50 years old now. Like he's
like
getting up
that-
there in age.
that's-
Still getting better.
That's something to like just like you put that on, you lay back and just learn some shit.
Yeah.
You know?
The engineer of hip hop will teach you. Like fucking MIT, Harvard graduate. Motherfucker. This guy. That's what it reminds me of, man.
He used words I never even knew
Yeah.
about.
But this I mean, the,
etymology or something.
yeah, he's always diving into the crazy
which
vocabulary.
was
It's-
study of blood diseases.
Yeah. This album, like the lyricism
I looked
on
it up.
this,
My smartphone.
like, I mean, when we started reacting to Canibus, you know, it takes a minute to get used to that lyricism if you've never heard it before, and over the years, you know.
Unless it just clicks with you like it did.
Yeah,
me,
and there's a
just
lot of like his
oh,
vocabulary
wow,
is crazy, and
holy shit.
this one though I could latch on.
This dude's pissed.
You know, over listening to him for the past few years, I can latch on to what he's saying a lot
And then
better.
you're like,
a lot better.
Yeah, but
Listening
holy
to him.
shit.
So,
What?
Yeah.
Did
it's
you
still-
hear what he
it's-
just said?
And he'll put some crazy
Oh
shit
my
in there.
God.
Yeah. It'll be straight up vocabulary, and then he'll put some crazy words in and just crazy
This
whatever
guy's just pissed.
schemes.
He's a genius. He has a
Nuts.
reason to be.
It's nuts. Yeah. Amazing. Nothing but good vibes, man. Like I said, we're gonna close this out. If you made it to 81 minutes, let us know. We're out of here.